On the nights when my life smells like dive bars in unfamiliar cities, the ones I don't call home, right before my pride whispers, I'm going to fuck this up for you. I'm going to fuck this up for you. I wondered how often your mouth tastes my name. All the ways I could be snuffed out of your thoughts when your job had all of your attention. There were a lot of late night texts that never went to you. But the women who did everything to try and be you, my lips, struggling to stay afloat in too many glasses of Henny, drowning in brown skin and curves that didn't belong to you. My hands cradling women's waistlines like graveyards, hotels, coffining and burying the shit I did the night before. I tell myself, this isn't where I wanted to be. Certain actions of yours reminded me. A muse doesn't owe you shit. Realized I can never write anyone into being a main character if they never wanted to audition in the first place. I tried to conceal my ego like a gun in the project stash spot of my chest, but it's cold steel. And it fired off too many times at the way you moved or promises of coming to Brooklyn. But I learned that my ego was like a circular firing squad. I was only gunning at myself. It's a harsh reality. To watch myself write me in and out of your days, maybe it wasn't my ego or the slithering lies of women's tongues. It was these poems. The day I wrote you impossible, the day I wrote you art, painted you. You were the main attraction at an art gallery. I should have known you go to galleries to view things you can't have. You can look, but you can't touch. I tagged you in every city, every country. You became 1980s New York subway cars. I was hoping you'd be the first graffiti piece to not be temporary. So I've never spoke your name into the air of a poem. I never wanted the disappointment of my tongue only molding your name together when speaking of you as a memory. I still catch myself on the train, dazed, my brain hostage with the idea of splitting the Dutch of your thighs, wrapping myself in the blunt of your lips. Too many women will live in your shadow. It's facts. You are the most beautiful gal I've ever seen. This is why I wrote you holy, found your existence to be scripture, because looking at you is like sitting front row to God creating the world. I often dreamt of standing behind you in your accomplishments, but next to you in war. It's not about who did what or why we are here. My truth tastes too much like my neighborhood. It's brutal and realer than any. I ain't perfect, not enough poet, too much street, too passionate. I got a foul mouth, I drink Henny. I'm comfortable with a pen and a gun, but I love good. And I've never had to choose a subject. My subject rather chose me. And when I first saw you step foot off of a prayer, I knew you were the greatest story never told. So I made you Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, the low-end theory. You went from main character to my greatest classic record. Thank you.